Thank you, Tom. Next up, we'd like to bring up Sergeant William Essary. Sergeant Essary joined the Army in 2001, right before 9/11. He trained at Fort Benning, Fort Polk, Fort Sill, and was stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and Bravo Battery 3rd of the 319th Airborne Field Artillery Regiment. In 2002-03, he was deployed to Asadabad, Afghanistan. Soon after returning home, he was injured in the line of duty. On 18 May 2004, Sergeant Essary was called back to the unit to practice carrying the national colors for the 82nd Airborne Change of Command ceremony. They pulled over the vehicle he was in, and he crossed the road to retrieve a set of keys that had fallen out of the Humvee. He came out from behind the Humvee and was hit by a Ford pickup being driven by a fellow soldier doing around 70 miles per hour. The eventual result was the amputation of his left leg, a broken back, both bones shattered in both arms, and memory loss. After 2 years of recovery, on 28 July 2006, Sergeant Essary retired from active duty at E5 and returned home to his family in Pennsylvania. We are very proud to have him with us here today. Please welcome Sergeant William Essary.
Wow, that's enough about me. First I want to thank Peggy and Nick standing back here. Nick, put your hand up. It's a hell of an event they put on out here. They raised over $1 million, and what they do with their money is amazing. The way that they help the folks. They helped me a while back. The guy I was working for decided that it was appropriate not to pay me for a good portion of money, did a good bit of work that he owed me. We were kind of stuck in a tough spot. My wife reached out to a couple organizations. When these guys call and they get a hold of a soldier, it's a personal thing. It's a one-on-one thing. They want to help. It's not a number. It's not a one and done. You know, here's a couple $100, we'll pay your electric bill. They follow up. They stick with you. And that really means something for me. I think there, if I'm not mistaken, Nick, I think we said 97.5 cents on the dollar that goes out to the troops. There's not too many organizations that do that. They're really not. And they don't just help with bills. They don't just help with utilities. They're not just going to take a picture and put it on a website somewhere. They don't need to send you a blanket. You don't need a blanket that was made in China to remind you of why you donate the money you do, when you give it. And that's kind of my take on things is we need to make sure that we're donating responsibly. Look into where your money goes. Look into what they do with it. Give them a call. Ask them, where'd that $200 I sent in, where did it go? Who did it help? Did it send toiletries overseas, or did it pay for some of the marketing? There's organizations out there spending millions of dollars that are telling a story. And what I think we need to do is spend those millions doing something that you can tell a story about. In the benediction, he said, freedom isn't free. He's right. It comes at a cost. It's right here. It's sitting up here. It's the guys that aren't there. It's the families that are out here right now that don't have somebody that's here to stand on the stage and rant and rave like I do. And, you know, it doesn't stop. The fight doesn't stop. These guys come back, and it's not just recovery. It's not just prosthetic legs, fixing your back, surgeries, a wheelchair. It's helping the support. It's that emotional support, the money support. Get these guys headed in the right direction and get them transitioned back into a successful civilian life. Right? So, thank you for having me out here. I appreciate it. I was really honored to be asked to come out here and talk. I appreciate your time. Every one of you that's out here, that's donated, that's helping, that continues to help. Thank you.